numbers. At the roller coaster cart stops at number 5. When the cart moves high up, it will get closer to the number 10, and if it goes down, it gets closer to the number 0. Do you notice, my friends, that if the cart is at the number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it is getting closer to the top, to number 10. But if the cart is at number 4, 3, 2, 1, it is getting closer to number 0. From this, we can conclude that the numbers greater than 5 are closer to the top, and numbers less than 5 are closer to the bottom. Number 7 is closer to number, correct, 8, because 7 is greater than 5, so we move upwards. Number 4 is closer to number, correct, 3, because 4 is less than 5, so we move downwards. Mona wants to have her friends over for dinner, so her mother asks her how many friends are coming. So Mona answers about 6. The number 6 is closer to, correct, to number 7, because 6 is larger than 5, so we move upwards. Now we have the number 24, and we want to round it to the nearest 10. So what do we do to round it? We will use a number line. 24 falls between 20 and 30. So how do we find out which number is it closer to? To find that out, we will first look at the ones place. If the ones place contains a 1, 2, 3, or 4, then we won't put anything in the tens place. And we will place a 0 in the ones place. However, if the ones place contains a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then we add a 1 to the tens place and a 0 in the ones place. So now, let's find out whether 24 is closer to 20 or to 30. We will first look at the ones place, which is 4. It is less than 5, so we will not put anything in the tens place, and we will place a 0 in the ones place. So the number is now 20. So the number 24 is closer to 20. Correct. Let's look at more numbers. The number 67, we want to round it to the nearest 10. What should we do? Good job. We will use the number line. 67 falls between 60 and 70. Which number is it closer to? Correct. To find out, we need to look at the ones place. It is 7, which is greater than 5, so we will add a 1 to the tens place, which gives us 7, and we will place a 0 in the ones place. So the number is now 70. Thus, 67 is closer to 70. Now, let's look at the square. It holds many numbers. We want to group these numbers. Look at these numbers: 21, 15, 9, 5, 1. What do you notice? Correct. They are odd numbers. So we will place them in a circle and label it odd numbers. Let's look at the rest of the numbers. 20, 8, 4. What do you notice? Yes, they are even numbers. So we will place them in this circle and label it even numbers. Here we have two squares filled with numbers. We want to group them. Great. Let's begin with the first square. It has 5, 40, 35, 15. What do these numbers have in common? They are all odd numbers except for one even number. But they also have something else in common. What is it? Correct. They are all multiples of 5. So we will place them in this circle and label it multiples of 5. Let's look at the second square. It has 20, 12, 6, 8, 30. What do they have in common? Correct. They are all multiples of 2. So we will place them in this circle and label it multiples of 2. Great. Do you notice anything about these numbers? Numbers 20 and 30 are also multiples of 5. So we will move the circle closer to each other and make them overlap in this area. Then we will put 20 and 30 in the overlapped area. So my lovely students, together we learned how to round numbers made of two place values to the nearest 10 without a number line, round numbers made of two place values using a number line, classify numbers into groups.